Well, Tamil Nadu woke up to some tragic news this morning of Captain Vijayakanth's passing. DMDK chief and superstar passed away this morning after battling COVID, pneumonia and several other health complications. Supporters there were very upset, rushed to his home right in the morning outside Vijayakanth's residence there, mourning his passing. In fact, Chief Minister Stalin too arrived at his residence to express his condolences to Captain's family. The state government has announced that Vijayakanth will be laid to rest with full state honours. His mortal remains have now been taken to DMDK office in Coimbatore. Prime Minister Modi, Rahul Gandhi and several other politicians also paying tribute to Captain, highlighting his contributions to Tamil cinema as well as in politics. Captain Vijayakanth was ailing for quite some time, but he had a remarkable presence both on and off air, known as Captain because of his roles in films as a good cop and an army hero. He had a successful stint in politics as well before being dragged down by his poor health and a slew of defections from the DMDK. So he's the man who has been a stellar actor and also jumped into politics, and in the midst of all the Dravidian giants, he still tried to make his mark and indeed achieved a certain level of success. Akshata Nandagopal tracking the developments coming in from Tamil Nadu very closely. We also have Shilpa joining us right from ground. Shilpa, do tell us what time is the mortal remains going to be taken away. We believe that he will be buried with full state honours, will be laid to rest with Chief Minister Stalin overseeing all those developments there.
Well, yes, Nabila. In fact, as we speak, the mortal remains of Captain Vijayakanth is on the way to the party headquarters here in Coimbatore, Chennai. It left his residence some time back, but there's huge crowd, along the roads and even outside the party office. We are unfortunately not able to show you those visuals because we are inside the party office premises. There's huge crowd outside. Everyone just wanting to catch a glimpse of their leader for one last time. That is the reason there's an outpouring of grief and sadness ever since this news of Captain Vijayakanth's death came out. There's been an outpouring of grief and condolences and massive arrangements now being put in place here at the party headquarters. You can see the kind of police deployment, and what we're being told by DMDK sources is that the final rites, of course, will be held tomorrow at around 4:45 p.m. In the evening. And there will be, until then, his mortal remains will be kept here at the party office for fans and others, for party workers to come and pay their tributes. Now, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin earlier this morning visited his residence.
Okay, Shilpa, I'm going to come back to you, but tributes pouring in for Captain Vijayakanth. I want to bring in Annamalai, Tamil Nadu BJP chief on this broadcast. Mr. Annamalai, thank you for joining us on India Today. We woke up to the tragic news this morning of Captain's passing. Can you tell us, your memories of Captain Vijayakanth, how he's inspired and influenced your politics?
Madam, it's a very sad day. He's a very unique person, a very different personality, because he has broken a lot of stereotypes. In cinema, when he entered, there was no place for people like Captain in cinema at that point of time, because of his color, because of where he was born. And Captain has completely broke open all the stereotypes. He made a mark, not only in Tamil cinema, but also he was a big name in the southern cinema. And later, in different fields, he was also a producer at the Cinema Association of Tamil Nadu. He was a big man, loved by all. He made a big mark before getting into politics. He got into politics when there are two great personalities in Tamil Nadu land. One was Kalaignar Karunanidhi, second was Madam Jayalalitha. So his politics was among the bigger giants. There he made a mark. And he was able to prove to the whole world that there is a space for a third party in Tamil Nadu. 2011 election was a high mark in his career. And politics was also very different and unique. He was always, from his heart, a very emotional person. Driven by things that he believed needs to be addressed on an immediate basis. Loved by his cadres. He had a huge fan following. And then the third field where he excelled, that is being a human being. That's very important. A lot of people, we don't call them as good human beings. He was a good human being. Always his house was open for everybody. And anybody without food, 24/7, 365 days, he was taking care of them. especially for the low-level functionaries in cinema field. He was always willing to help them. So it's a great personality overall. And more importantly, the inspiration for me from Captain Vijayakanth is he showed us a person with passion, a person with modesty, a person with humility can achieve big things in life. The village he was born and his early upbringing in Tamil Nadu, and the color of his skin was a big detriment for him in Tamil cinema. He broke that stereotypes. He was always a believer. And more importantly, we all felt very sad over the last couple of years that he was not keeping up well. And Captain Vijayakanth also had a great chemistry with our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. 2014, he was part of the ND alliance when Modi ji was declared as the Prime Minister's candidate. There is this very famous image. Narendra Modi ji hugs him. It's a tight beer hug he gives him. That shows the kind of bond that Captain and our Prime Minister had. So it's a big loss, serious loss, but I'm very sure that wherever he is, he has left very deep imprints with a lot of young minds. I'm sure they will live up to Captain's promise.
You know, right now with tributes pouring in, Annamalai, so many saying that, you know, Captain was a man with a golden heart and changed also politics largely in Tamil Nadu. Do you think that if he wasn't ailing in the way he was, unfortunately, for the last many years, the political landscape in Tamil Nadu today would be very different?
2011 was an important election because he proved to the people of Tamil Nadu that the third party will get into double digits in MLA. Though he had an alliance with Madam Jayalalitha in 2011, then the alliance got split up. Then he was the opposition leader when Jayalalitha Madam was the chief minister. Then that was a very important period for him, 2011 to 16. So that is a point of time Captain was growing very fast, very aggressive. But unfortunately, his ill health set him back. So I believe and politics is always ifs and buts. You never know. One thing will lead to other. But if Captain is kind of hale and hearty, I'm sure 2016 he would have made a larger mark, very, very big mark. And I always felt 2016 was Vijayakanth's election, provided he was hale and hearty in his health. So it's a big loss, big loss. Last 5 years he was struggling through, and hospital in, hospital out. And that's also a lesson for many people, many politicians. So Captain, we would always say, was very unconventional. He took on media. There was this great ecosystem in Tamil Nadu. He went after them. And he was caricatured by a lot of troll armies run by political parties. He never bothered about it. So always spoke from his heart. He's not a very calculative politician. Never worked on percentages. Always very emotional. He was very exponential in his decision making. He was thinking very big. So a lot of things, madam, a lot of things. It's a combination. We always look at the package as a person. So 2016 was his election, but maybe he was not at good health at that point of time. So you never know. You never know in politics, madam.
Away from politics, you know, his contribution as a superstar, as Captain Vijayakanth in Tamil films, Annamalai, what is the film that you would like to remember now that, you know, was your favorite Captain movie?
Madam, the name which came, Captain Prabhakar, that was a very iconic movie. And why Captain is so special to us because he was a true nationalist at heart. And he was the guy who was portraying a lot of army roles, police roles. And it was very bold thing. Tamil Nadu, generally, the army roles are not taken much in Tamil Nadu. Very few police roles are taken. That too in a very out of the world kind of setting. But Captain boldly ventured into that. He went into Pakistan terrorists, army fighting. So these are all very new plot lines for people of Tamil Nadu that nobody ventured into it. So he was a true nationalist at heart. The evergreen movie for me is Captain Prabhakaran because of the character he played. And any role that Captain played that was larger than life image, people loved it. But for me, special is he brought this military, army into common parlance. Common rural people were able to appreciate and understand. So that always made a very special one.
A beautiful tribute. Thank you very much, Annamalai, for joining us here on India Today. I'm sure there are many people around the country, particularly in Tamil Nadu, who echo your sentiment that his absence is going to be felt as a politician, as a superstar, as a human.